Hi everybody, we're going to do some guided reading now, and we're going to do it from a song. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of background information on some of the things that might come up. So this song is called The 10 Duel Commandments, and a little bit of background. We've got a duel is an arranged combat between two people. So if two people have an argument, they would have a duel. Each would have a pistol, much like these two. So it's a gun here, and it fires one shot, and it's from really it's way back in time. So what you have to do is, if you're having an argument with somebody, you challenge them to a duel, and what happens is you meet somewhere and you stand back to back and you take 10 steps away. Once you get to the 10 steps, you turn around and you shoot. And this song is all about the rules that are involved. Now, there are lots of different rules, and some places that you might look, you might find more than 10, but we're doing it in the context of this song. So let's have a listen.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Back to the beginning because it did play just a minute ago. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments. It's the 10 dual commandments. Number 1, the challenge, demand satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action. Number 2, if they don't, grab a friend, that's your second.
Your lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned.
Number 3, have your seconds meet face to face. Negotiate
Or negotiate a time and place.
This is commonplace, especially between recruits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4, if they don't reach a peace, that's alright. Time to get some pistols and the doctor on site.
You pay him in advance, you treat him with civility.
You have him turn around so he can have deniability. 5, duel before the sun is in the sky. Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number 6,
Leave a note for your next of kin, tell him where you've been. Pray that hell or heaven lets you in.
7, confess your sins, ready for the moments of adrenaline. When you finally face your opponent. Number 8, your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. Alexander,
Aaron Burr, sir.
can we agree the duels are dumb and immature?
Sure, but your man has to answer for his words, Burr.
With his life, we both know that's absurd, sir.
Hang on, how many men died because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous?
Okay, so we're doing this. Number 9,
Look him in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10, paces, fire!
Okay, so as you can see, that song is taken from a musical. So you might enjoy that song. Be careful if you're listening to other songs because they may not be appropriate, but that one was. So what I would suggest you do, have a look at the lyrics, maybe listen to the song again. I am going to post that link to the song. I might upload a video, I'm not too sure yet. And just look through them. What I would do is I would listen to it again if it was me. I would click through it. And there's lots and lots of things going on. And what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be looking at our retrieval again. So I'm going to show you some questions. And we have our one chili here. So according to the lyrics, where is a good place to duel? So it says in there, it tells you the type of place that might be good to duel. Where does it say? Who is most likely to duel? Have a think about that. How can you stop a duel? So it talks about trying to stop it. It might not use those exact words. And how do you think the characters feel about dueling? And it tells you in there. So this is the part in the musical and there's been a bit of a disagreement. So I'll come back to the answers in a second. So 2 chilies. Why might someone need their second? Now, their second is short for their second in command. So you bring someone with you, but why? Why might you need your second? Remember, we're going into the text and finding these answers. We're not having to make anything up or do any extra research. Our answers should be in the text. How many times does the second try to negotiate the peace? How many times do they do it? What time of day should you duel? There's some clues in there as to a time of day. What evidence is there that duels are dangerous? So think about what might indicate danger. Okay, number 3. What is the role of the seconds? Now, you could bring seconds along. What is their role? What is their job? What are they there for? Also, what evidence is there that duels are dangerous? Also, it tells you a time of day. It doesn't give you an exact time of day, but it does give you some clues. And we've got these questions. I want you to put a true or false here. Most duels are resolved before anybody dies. We've got the two characters enjoy dueling. Now, there are 3 voices that you hear singing and saying lines, but at the end, when the characters are talking to each other, the 2 seconds are talking to each other, they speak about this. Doctors are there to watch what is happening, so they take doctors there to watch what's happening. You should duel at midday, and the seconds should negotiate by letter. So have a think about those. Which ones are true, which ones are false. So let's go back to our one chili here. So according to the lyrics, where is a good place to duel? So if we're looking through, we've got number 2, get a friend, they're going to help you. Number 4, if they don't get a piece, okay, we're getting there. You pay them in advance, okay. Duel before the sun is in the sky. Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Oh, okay. So here, where is a good place? A good place is somewhere that is high and dry. Who is most likely to duel? So let's have a look. So I vaguely remember this was quite near the beginning. We've got rule number 1 is if you apologise, you don't need to carry on. Number 2, get your friend. Number 3, they're going to meet face to face and they're going to discuss. And then it says negotiate peace or negotiate a time and place. This is commonplace, especially between recruits. So who is most likely to duel? Recruits. How do you stop a duel? So how do you stop it? So one of them, it says right at the beginning, if they apologise, no need for further action. That tells us if you say sorry, if you apologise, the dispute can be solved. Also, we keep saying that we're sending in our seconds to negotiate. They're negotiating peace. So they're ways that you can stop a duel. You can send in your second, or you can apologise. And how do the characters feel about duelling? So there's a little conversation at the end. It says, send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. Alexander, Aaron Burr, Sir, can we agree that duels are dumb and immature? So how do they feel about dueling? I think it's a silly idea. I think it's dumb and it's immature, and you can imagine why. Because nobody really wins. If you lose the duel, you die, or you get shot, or you're really injured. It doesn't mean you're automatically going to die. Remember, these are really old guns. Or if you win, you have to live with the fact that you've just shot someone, you might have killed them, all over maybe something that in the heat of the moment you've blown up, and you got really angry, and actually you've calmed down and you've seen a bit of sense, so you have to live with that. So yeah, they think it's dumb and immature. Okay, 2 chilies. Why might someone need their second? They might need their second to go in and negotiate the peace. It says, have your seconds meet face to face and go and negotiate the peace. It says at the end, it's your last chance to negotiate. Also, it says negotiate the peace or negotiate where you're going to do it. So you might need your second to negotiate or to sort out where you're going to duel or to try and stop the duel. How many times does a second try and negotiate the peace? So they negotiate right at the beginning in number 3. I'm having a quick skim read. I'm not noticing anything in 4. I'm not noticing anything in 5. 6. Not having an there. Confess your sins in 7. 8. Last chance to negotiate. Oh, okay. So it looks like we've got number 8 and number 3. Number 8, number 3. So to me, that looks like 2. What time of day should you duel? Oh, I remember seeing this one. So we have number 5, duel before the sun is in the sky. So it's before the sun is in the sky. Think about this: when the sun's in the sky, it's day and we can see. So before the sun is in the sky, it is night time. So what time of day? So night time. What evidence is there that duels are dangerous? Oh, there's lots of in there. One of them, it's time to get some pistols and a doctor. Why would you need a doctor if it wasn't dangerous? Why would you need a doctor if somebody wasn't going to get hurt? We've also says... it says that how many men have to die because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous. Now that's not actually talking about the duel. That's talking about what's led up to the duel. So it would seem the evidence is there's a doctor there. That's the main one, and they're making him turn around as well. So actually, it's probably not legal as well what they're doing because the doctor's got to turn around. So he's actually, I didn't see what happened. You can't be taken to court and you can point out the murderer because you didn't see them. So we've got pistols, we've got the doctor. Are there any others? They're praying. They're praying that hell or heaven lets them in. So they're thinking that one of them's going to die. That's more evidence. The fact that they're ready for a moment of adrenaline, that also suggests that they're going to be scared, probably because it's going to be dangerous. So if I've missed any, feel free to let me know. I know that you will, but those are my reasons for. And finally, our 3 chili. What is the role of the seconds? If you have a look, it keeps mentioning about sending in the seconds. So the seconds, it says they're meet face to face, negotiate a peace. So they're to try and stop it, or to negotiate a time and place. So they're there to negotiate where the duel's going to happen, or to stop it in the first place. What evidence is there that the duels are dangerous? Well, we've got pistols, we've got guns, we've got talking about aiming. So there's probably going to be some shooting involved. We've got the fact that the doctor's there. Now, a doctor wouldn't be there if somebody wasn't going to get hurt. And we're talking about a moment of adrenaline, so maybe they're a little bit scared about something. They're talking about leaving notes for their next of kin. Now, a next of kin is normally somebody in your family that people will contact when you die. And it might be in case of emergencies and things like that, you will contact your next of kin. I believe kin might mean family. I'm not 100% sure on that, so you might want to look that up. We're also praying to hell or heaven that they let you in because someone's going to die, so they're going to need to get into one of those two. So there are our reasons. There might be a few more, and it talks about most disputes die and nobody shoots. So most of them, nobody actually shoots. So actually you might even make an argument that it might not be that dangerous if most people don't. What time of day should you duel? If you have a look, it says... Rule number 5, duel before the sun is in the sky. Think about when the sun is in the sky, it's daytime. So before the sun is in the sky, it is at night time. Okay, we've got our true or false. Most duels are resolved before anybody dies. We've got a quote, most disputes die and no one shoots. So that one here is true. 2 characters enjoy dueling. So the 2 characters, it says Alexander and Aaron Burr. We hear 3 voices, but the 2 seconds, Alexander and Aaron Burr, that are talking at the end, and they are the seconds. And it says, can we agree that duels are dumb and immature? Sure. So they both think that they're actually rather silly, immature and dumb, and they're not doing it themselves. The doctors are there to watch what is happening. So let's quickly skim read our text to find where the doctors are. It says, time to get some pistols and a doctor on site. You pay him in advance, so you pay him before you die, pretty much. And you treat him with civility, so you treat him nicely. You have him turn around so he can have deniability. So he's turning around so he can say, actually, I didn't see it. Deniability is when you deny something, you say you didn't see it or you didn't do it. So that's why the doctor's turning around, so he can pretend, or he can say, he's not pretending at all, he can say he didn't actually see what happened, and nobody can get in trouble. You should duel at midday. Duel before the sun is in the sky. No, you should duel at night. The seconds should negotiate by letter. Actually, it says, have your seconds meet face to face. So that would be false. So here we've got a true, false, 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 false. There you go. Hope that you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the song. And well done. You are all doing incredibly well. Just take this moment to say that. Furthering on from our reading, some people have written some book reviews. So if you are reading other books in your own spare time, please feel free to do a book review. Also, if you really enjoy books, please let me know. Mr. James, you know, he did our little reading challenge that we did before Battle of the Books, and that sort of stopped because of the fact that we're not in school, but he would like to know what sorts of books you are reading. So please let me know what books you read. Enjoy the rest of your day.